Hi, friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Nicolette, and on my channel, I focus on credit wellness, savings challenges, sinking funds, now monthly planning, and becoming debt free. If this is something that interests you and you want to come with me on my journey to becoming debt free, then stay tuned. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am setting up my monthly layout for February. I've already laid out my base on the previous video. I am using leftovers from my previous kit. Like always, I'm gonna start with my bills first. I like paying my bills all on the first of the month, except Amazon and City. Those two are paid out towards the end of the month because they're on a different billing cycle. For this month, I was fortunate enough to have gotten paid on the first as well, so that was a big plus. Of course, I pre-planned beforehand so I know where I want everything to go. The first bill is PNC. Now, PNC's due date is actually the first of the month. So honestly, PNC is the reason why I've gotten into the habit of paying all of my bills on the first. PNC received $386. I checked it off because I have paid that bill. The next one is Target, which is also due on the first. I've paid the minimum balance of $100. Now, rent. Rent I do pay on the 5th of the month, even though it is due on the 1st. I have until the 5th to pay it before late fees are added. I don't know why I do this. I just do. The money just the money just be marinating until I feel until I feel like in my soul um, that I want to give it away, y'all. I mean, I'm just being honest. The 5th is also when I pay Capital One. As you all may know, I was able to pay off 4 credit cards with my previous check. That right there was a good feeling. Rent, by the way, is going to get $1,230. Capital One is getting a minimum payment of $100 as well. I can't wait until I get to the point I'm paying off my larger balances. That's what I really want to get into. Being able to pay off those larger cards. The 4 credit cards that I did pay, they were smaller balances, nothing over 1,000, but it still felt great to just pay them off. Mission Lane was one of the cards I paid off. It had a balance of only $18. Even though the majority of the bills were paid on the first, I still put the sticker on the bill's actual due date. Now, Macy's, I did pay that balance off. It was $350. I mainly only worked overtime because I knew I wanted to tackle my debt. Now, Amazon will probably be my next in line to get paid off with my last check of the month, but for right now, it's getting $60. It is also getting paid at the end of the month. At the time I was filming, the bill wasn't available, but since then it has posted and it was like $134. City is also my last bill I've budgeted for $41. Look at me being extra, but I was just making sure I had the right amount in my envelope for City. I don't know if I explained the method I'm using to pay down my debt. It's called the snowball method. I'm pretty sure some, if not all of you, are familiar with this method, but for those that aren't, it's when you pay off your lowest balance cards first while still putting the minimum amount towards your other cards. Once that debt is paid, you start putting that amount towards your other debt, rolling it over to the next smallest balance owed. My Apple Card is due at the end of the month and has $30. Y'all see me being careful pulling up these stickers, right? I don't want the same mishaps that went on last month. That's all. I was struggling in January. My car note comes out on the 24th. That's going to be $347 due. I also received a pretty interesting call from someone at the bank. Apparently, my amount that was due was not paid. So I I do pay through my app that's linked to my other bank accounts. So when I paid through my app, it said payment received. So I didn't think much about it, and I went on about my business. I would say like a week later, I get a call saying my car note was never paid for that month, and this was back in January, and I was at risk of going into collections. I was like, hold on, rewind, pump your brakes. I looked into my account, and sure enough, the funds were reversed. I don't know why, and quite frankly, I didn't care. I just told the rep that I'm resending the payment as we speak because, sir, I'm almost done paying back y'all. I'm almost done paying back y'all loan. So I wish it would go into collections. He thought it was funny, but I was dead serious, okay? Next are my paydays, which always fall on, well, which fall this month on the 1st, 15th, and the 29th. I do get paid twice on the 15th, once from my 9 to 5 and the other from my side hustle. Moving into my day to day, starting at the beginning of the month, I worked overtime on Tuesday. Y'all know I be tracking my overtime. I've caught management way too many times in a lie, too many times when it comes to my money. So, I don't play around with my money, and if my money is funny, we have a problem. They be trying to make up your paycheck. I mean, they be trying to make your paycheck stubs look confusing on purpose. I believe they be scheming money off the top, y'all. I can't prove it, but they do make reading the check stubs very hard. Um, this month I did pick up a lot of extra hours, so I've been really exhausted lately. Thank God I have such an amazing family. They're so understanding and patient, especially the hubby. If I just come in and head straight for the bed, I'm down for the count. And he jumps right into overdrive to make sure the kids are content and taken care of. For my appointments, my girls have dentist appointments on the same day as my husband, so he ended up changing his appointment to accommodate the girls, so I didn't have to take a day off. Also, this day is a team day for my littles. I also had to reschedule my nurse's appointments for both my little ones. Um, so on that day, they kind of knew something was up. They hate going to the doctor's office as most kids do. I knew that they were going for their shots, so I already felt bad for that day. Um, for this week and next week, I kind of overly spent. Um, I had a lot of unbudgeted days, that being one of them, because I kind of wanted to make up for the fact that they would be in pain and very unhappy. So we went out for treats, we went out for ice cream, um, stopped at a restaurant and ate, and that kind of made them feel a little better. But baby, when I took them to the their visit to the nurse, I was on the brink of tears because they were just so miserable. They are terrified of needles. And I literally, like, these 4 year olds, they're like, they have bionic strength or something. They are extremely strong. I was trying to hold Mackenzie Bunny and Michaela Bear, and they were just fighting me, and they were strong. So the nurse was like, "Let me try." So it's like we had to put them in a bear hug and kind of hold them down um, to just, have them have their shots. And I know that that's just going to leave some traumatic feelings. They're going to be feeling some type of way. And this is why I think I'm going to lay my date dots last. So it's going to make it easier for me to fill in the boxes with whatever I need to go into that box without covering the date dot. Um, it just makes it more streamlined and neat. I think in the end it'll look better that way instead of me cutting my stickers. So here on Thursday is also our family night at my daughter's school. We have these nights once a month, and it is mandatory, unfortunately, but the kids they enjoy it. Next up, I have storage. It's coming out on the 19th. It did go up to $118, so I have to kind of reconfigure my budget to make up for the fact that it did go up a few dollars. Not bad, but I do find myself every year this going up. So for this day, also, my kids are out of school. I believe it's President's Day. I'm not sure. These kids are out of school so much these days, I can't keep track unless I'm looking at their calendar. Okay, so it is President's Day, February 19th. I had to look back at my calendar just to make sure. So on Saturday, I did fill up my tank for $40. And following that, coming up is my parent teacher conference. This was the conference regarding my littles and how well they're doing in preschool, which they are coming along fabulously. There was a lot of praise for both girls. I'm very, very satisfied with the care and the help that her teachers, well, their teachers personally have given to both the girls. Um, so very few people know this, but my girls, they were nonverbal from the time they were 3. No, I think they started talking at 3, but they started talking even more when they started going to preschool. Um, I really saw a difference in them both. Um, Mackenzie does have a bit of a speech delay still, but she has been working hard. I am so proud of her. And my Kayla Bear, she has just blossomed. Like, I cannot get that girl to stop talking. Um, on Friday, they had half a day, and I went back to Wednesday because they did have their ice cream social that day. This was right before Valentine's Day. No, it might have been on Valentine's Day. Um, but yeah, ever since they've been in school, they have, it's like day and night. I was just telling Mackenzie's teacher, like, she went from not talking at all to, you know, trying her best to form sentences where we can understand. And we have some obstacles still, but definitely an improvement. Okay, so for now, I'm kind of backtracking a little bit. I did go grocery shopping on the first of the month. That was also the same day, my payday. And if you hear that beeping, I'm sorry I'm not recording at home.
So someone needs to change their smoke detector. Um, so yeah, that beeping is what that is.
What you're going to see me do next is lay the grocery sticker for my tracker on the side, which is my key. The key on the right hand side is what I use to keep track of my spending, whether it's from cash envelopes or from credit cards. I like tracking my no spends, groceries, gas, um, just to know that the budget I created is working. It's an easy reference for me to look back on for the month. And I did make a mistake, and that's why I had to white it out. I'm thinking about just um, printing the labels with the words already on them to kind of limit these mistakes. And here I'm putting the no spin, but a little spoiler, I really did not have any no spend days this month, unfortunately. Every day I was spending something, whether it was for lunch or for just eating out with the family. It's been a very hectic month to say the least. Uh, for the most part, I haven't went over my budget, but I haven't been able to really save any extra money. Car insurance and my renters are my last two bills of the month. Renters, I have received my refund from my previous insurance, so I'll be paying that up for the year with my new insurance. And after this payment for my car loan, I will only have three more payments left. I am so excited. I've been waiting, I've been dreaming about this day. Do you hear me? Do you understand? I never in life want another car note. If I am going to get a car, I am going to put down 95% of how much that car is worth because car notes are for the birds. I have no idea how I got myself into it's like I've been paying car notes for like the past few lifetimes. Like this is my second vehicle and I swear I went from one car note to the next. But anyway, starting on my dashboard, this is where I keep track of all of my bills, upcoming, all of my credit cards, my keeping track of my credit scores. Everything goes on my dashboard. I have no idea why I put so many dots down because I did pay like four credit cards off in total. So I guess I was just kind of getting carried away with the dots. And as you can see, the next credit card I'm going to be able to pay off is Amazon. Amazon has $626, which I will be taking care of with this upcoming check. I'm going to go ahead and rate my motivational quote. As for my motivational quote, I chose a rather shorter one, but I feel it speaks volumes. It says, "The only way to do great work is to love what you do." As far as what I do here on YouTube, I do love what I do, but I have people in my life who motivate me to keep doing what I do as well. I even find myself introducing people I might have just met to the budgeting community, and these people have no idea what it's about. But when I share my story, they relate to it because it's something that they themselves are going through now. So that gives me the motivation and the strength to keep moving forward. Okay, so let's get back on track. So, for my monthly budget, I'm putting in the totals for my fixed expenses. So, in total, it's going to be $2,697. It is a little higher this month because I have put so much money towards debt. Next, I have my paycheck one setup. Following that is my next paycheck, paycheck two. I wrote down all the sinking funds I will be stuffing. The next page is for my sinking funds tracking. So, whether I'm adding or subtracting from my sinking funds finder for the month, I will keep track on this page. As you can see, the majority of the envelopes I did manage to stuff were at zero to begin with. So, yeah, the Christmas season last year wiped me out. But at least now there's a little something in each envelope. For my savings, I utilize the Erin Condren stickers located in the back of my planner. I'm glad that the colors match my layout perfectly. I grabbed at least one row. I don't want to handle the stickers too much because I do have oil on my hands. So I'm very, very careful. Um, okay, so I'm starting with myself, which is my retirement. Now, my account has 5 mini accounts that I refer to as my buckets. So each person has their own bucket, and I fill it simultaneously every paycheck. Also, more than 90% of these savings are in CDs. I'm learning more, not learning, geez, I'm earning more in interest using CDs than my regular high yield savings account. But as you may know, once you start and open a CD, you can't add money to it. So I'm basically only saving the money that I originally had in the CD. Um, Only I'm not adding to it, but I am still adding to the say the high yield savings itself. And if you've made it this far, I would love for you to become one of my friends. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next week where I will be going over my first and second week's paycheck of February. And with that being said, I will see you next time. Bye.